Hey guys, hope you are doing well. So what an amazing week. We see Bitcoin pumping 8% and then dumping 8% because the SEC delayed its decision about Bitcoin spot ETFs. My name is Mike Denkler from CorionX and from the CryptoMinds Global movement, and I am bringing you the most important crypto news, technical analysis, altcoin, NFT, DeFi gems to keep you updated and educated. I should state that nothing in this video is a financial advice, so everything just for your education and entertainment purposes only. Always do your own research and make your decisions based on your research. So guys, smash those like, push the bell and notification, or subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Smashing those like is helping out the YouTube algorithm, so I changed the text, but now smash those like, so appreciate all your likes. Let's see and check out our favorite bubble charts. Let's see what's happening on the market. As we see, most of the coins are in red. Bitcoin dropped and is in almost 5% in minus and dropped below 26,000. As we see, most of the altcoins are in red and 5%, almost 8%. And yeah, so Friday, today is Friday, 1st of September. So also the question is, if closing August in red, will we have a red September? It doesn't matter in the long term, but on a short term, we are feeling that the situation is like that would be some depression on the market. So what about our favorite indicator? The crypto fear and greed index is showing 50. Yesterday it was neutral, but now we dropped back in the fear zone, as we see on the monthly chart. Let's go and check out our first news. The SEC delays decision on 6 spot Bitcoin ETF applications. WisdomTree, Invesco, Galaxy, Worldcoin, 1x, Bitwise, and I think Fidelity and maybe Invesco. I don't know which is BlackRock's, but yeah. Okay, so the SEC will have another 45 days upon a publication in the Federal Register to consider the proposed rule changes allowing listing of the investment vehicles, giving the regulator until October to approve, deny, or delay a decision. The delays followed speculation that the SEC could approve a spot Bitcoin ETF in the United States for the first time after the Commission lost a crucial court case brought by asset manager Grayscale. We will talk about that because it has a significance. SEC is opting to delay as expected on spot Bitcoin ETF deadline. So guys, the summer SEC will not work on this. If you ask me that, I would also tell you this. So, however, after BlackRock joined the spot Bitcoin ETF race, WisdomTree refined its application in July following reports that SEC would be more open to accepting ETF applications with a surveillance sharing agreement. Some firm refined, naming crypto exchange Coinbase as a partner. Okay. WisdomTree, Worldcoin, Fidelity, 1x, Bitwise, and Invesco are 6 of many firms with crypto ETF applications in the SEC pipeline, including BlackRock and ARK Invest. Many had expected the SEC to reach a decision or delay approval for Bitwise BTC. Okay, so guys, that's it. This is why the market is dumping today, but this is not a big reason, so I wouldn't go turn bullish because I wouldn't turn bearish because this Bitcoin hits for red September, but analysts tip October as days to watch. So we are heading, let me know which is the correct. So Bitcoin returns broken down by months. We will check on my Twitter feed. Also, there is some analysis that Bitcoin invalidates the signal about 27,660 and below 24,750 paves the road to paradise. So not paradise, but paradise. Okay. Bloomberg ETF analyst James Scheifert has urged investors to look to mid-October, which is the second decision deadline for the SEC for 7 pending spot Bitcoin ETFs, specifically ones from BlackRock, Bitwise, Workire, WisdomTree, OneEck. As we see here, second deadline for these filings on in October. Okay. Also, he pinned the chances of spot Bitcoin ETF approval by the end of this year at 75%. Cool. Next piece of news is Elon Musk, and this is a quite bullish news, but this bearishness hiding this bullish news. So Elon Musk's X is the former Twitter, moves closer to crypto payments with new state license. So Rhode Island regulators have granted X Twitter currency transmitter a license, marking a step forward for companies' foray into the financial service sector. So they acquired this license and they want to build. Elon Musk push for X to become an everything app, which would include crypto and fiat payments. So crypto payments, fiat payments, and also crypto exchange. And if you ask me, this is huge because Twitter has more than 450 million users, and Elon Musk is the former co-founder of PayPal, and he sold PayPal and before he started Tesla and SpaceX, and he invested those companies. But now he's eyeing that Twitter should become an everything app, including crypto and payment and fiat payments as well, and just concurring with PayPal. So room for future crypto integration, yes. Next piece of news is Grayscale wins court battle, but what does this mean for a spot Bitcoin ETF? Okay, so this is not a clear way that how these wins will path the way for the Bitcoin spot ETF. So, okay, so they won the case, but it doesn't mean that the ruling will automatically lead to first spot Bitcoin ETF in the country. Okay, let's check. Okay, so they denied all the applications despite the inevitable SEC appeal. To our mind, there is no doubt now spot BTC ETFs are coming to the US, said Tim Devon, CEO at ETC Group. We don't believe the SEC will act as a kingmaker, and the most likely outcome is a block approval of applications that meet requirements, probably in Q1 2024. Now is the time for the US to embrace innovation by making Bitcoin available to investors through exchange-based products, or risk falling behind global powers that are moving faster to claim this advantage. Okay, Eric Bakunas from Bloomberg somehow asked whether they could revoke the Bitcoin futures ETF. Highly unlikely in our view. ESP, given their recent openness to Ether future ETFs, in the end, I know it and you know it, and even animals know it. The best move is just approve the damn things already. So the Grayscale moving forward with its application or the SEC applying the decisions are unclear. The asset manager could refile with the SEC, aiming to make the spot investment vehicle application more likely than of a Bitcoin future linked ETF. Experts are reporting that the SEC also has the option of filing for a en banc hearing in which are all judges on the DC circuit rather than the three which rules on the Grayscale appeal. So they will I think they will try this appealing, but I don't think that it will change. Next huge news, that Bitcoin bull run in 2023. 3 reasons why it won't be like 2017 or 2021. The hash rate race, nation states enter the fray. The Bitcoin hash rate is going absolutely parabolic, smashing through 400 terahash per second, another all-time high. So this is all-time high, and Mikits points out this is the first bear market where the hash rate is hitting new all-time highs. Is this time different? The answer seems to be a resounding yes. Nation states are now publicly and maybe privately mining Bitcoin. El Salvador and Bhutan were the pioneers, and recently Oman joined the league. Oman's strategic move to mine Bitcoin aims to diversify its economy from oil dependence and bolster renewable energy initiative, including flare gas mitigation. And also Sweden started to mine Bitcoin with renewable energy. Supply suffocation. Historical bear markets have seen an influx of Bitcoin on exchanges. However, the current scenario paints a different picture. In every prior Bitcoin bear market, we have seen an increase in the number of coins on exchanges. According to data sentiment, a mere 5.8% of Bitcoin is now on exchanges, the lowest since December 2017. Furthermore, Bitcoin's exchange depositing transactions plummeted to a 5-year low, reaching 30,800 Bitcoin per day, a figure reminiscent of December. And third, the Great Wall Street accumulation. The BlackRock Bitcoin Spot ETF application stands as a watershed moment in Bitcoin's journey towards mainstream adoption. The BlackRock Bitcoin ETF application will be remembered as a pivotal moment for Bitcoin's future mainstream adoption. Trillions of capitals has now been given to green light to invest in Bitcoin. So, okay, Bitcoin is a new product in a big way, bringing new retail and institutional investors into BTC. Looking at the current price stagnation in Bitcoin, it should be noted that there are no new inflows at the moment, as evidenced by the decreased amount of stablecoins in the ecosystem. In the midst of the longest of all bear markets, there is simply no reason for retailers to get back in at any moment. However, an event like the approval of a Bitcoin spot ETF can change this abruptly and be the trigger for a Bitcoin bull run. In conclusion, the 2025 Bitcoin bull market is poised to be unlike any other, with nation state joining the mining race, a palpable supply shock, and Wall Street giant like BlackRock showing interest. Mickey's final words resonate strongly. Takeaway: nobody is bullish enough yet. Cool. Next piece of news is Chainlink Swift complete tokenization test with Citibank, Bank of New York Mellon, and others. So this is huge. Swift, Chainlink, and 10 banks teamed up to test the ability to move financial assets across traditional rails and blockchain networks. So this is huge. Chainlink is connecting the traditional finance and blockchain. And they used a popular Ethereum testnet, Sepolia. And they are focusing on tokenization, has become quite popular of late, with BlackRock's Larry Fink calling in the next generation of markets. Sergey Nazarov, co-founder of Chainlink, also added that adoption will happen using multiple different blockchain technologies at the same time, suggesting that a multi-chain ecosystem of blockchain will be the future. When combining Swift, Swift is the international transferring system, and CCPI, we were able to show that this new level of interoperability across various blockchains is now possible with minimal resources from even the largest banks and market infrastructures. Swift infrastructures can provide that central point of connectivity to connect with different blockchains and foster the development of tokenization. So this is huge, and this is a fundamental reason why holding some link token, chain link. Next piece of news is Bitcoin adoption in El Salvador, and Argentina and El Salvador. But let's check this. Okay, so Bitcoin adoption in Argentina is outpacing El Salvador. ARK Invest Research shows this. Okay. Why? Because in El Salvador, almost tourists using Bitcoin and local people not so rarely, but in Argentina, soaring inflation and pro-Bitcoin presidential candidate. So soaring inflation is almost 150% in 2023. So the Argentinian peso is losing its value, and also the presidential candidate is pro-Bitcoin, pro-crypto. As you see, in the Bitcoin price in Argentina, official currency, that made a new all-time high recently, and this is why people are using Bitcoin in Argentina. Is there any other numbers? So 20% to Argentina economic policies, but also triggered a sharp increase in Bitcoin price, soaring more than 20% to 10.2 million Argentine pesos within 24 hours. Okay. So they are searching for alternatives to save value. Next piece of news is Bloomberg analysts says 2024 will be a massive year with one catalyst to spark billions in inflows to crypto. Now we are looking, so the guy is Jamie Coates from Bloomberg. Now we are looking at unlocking billions in retail registered investment advisors, institutional capitals that will flow into US-based ETFs. 2024 will be quite the year. 2024. Okay. Number of Bitcoin active entities recently spiked to a high of nearly 340,000, which he says now feels like positioning ahead of a Grayscale ETF ruling. Number of Bitcoin active entities. I don't understand it number. Okay, maybe this explains some. Okay, I don't get it. Number of active entities has receded since Grayscale's legal victory and now sits at around 280,000, which Coates noted in the midpoints of the 3 years range. It's the midpoint. Cool. Next piece of news is Bitcoin about to witness real FOMO and disbelief, according to crypto strategist. Here is his outlook. Credible Crypto. He's talking about a social media platform X that he believes Bitcoin will ignite strong move to the upside if it manages to reclaim a key level. The real FOMO, panic and disbelief start when we break back about 29,000, 30,000 region. If you think this pump was strong, wait till that region is reclaimed. BTC. Also, he's talking about that Grayscale won its lawsuit against the SEC and over the approval of a spot-based BTC exchange-traded fund. Probably the most of sites this market has been since 15,000, with everyone thinking 24,000 breakdown was a given. The reality is there was no break in the market structure to justify the overly bearish sentiment. Maximum pain scenario is to just keep pumping and leave everyone who was waiting for a breakdown behind, like we have done so many times in the past. Also, he's talking about Ethereum. I'm still not 100% sold in this move up being a low on BTC or ETH. I still think one more leg down needs to happen to complete 5 of C for BTC and Ethereum before I will be happy to call bottoms in Bitcoin Ethereum pair. The invalidation of this thesis is if we break $1,800 for Ethereum and 28,700 for BTC, as wave force can go within where in territory. Okay, so he's using Elliott waves. Next, Cathie Wood predicts 25 trillion crypto market valuation in 2013, fueled by institutional bidding, according to this report. So Cathie Wood is reportedly predicting a more than 21x increase in the total market capitalization of cryptocurrencies in less than 7 years. He says, if institutions want to move in, that's going to be a lot of incremental demand for not that much more incremental Bitcoin supply. The only way to do that is to bid the price up. According to Benziga, Wood predicts that the institutional investment would send the current 1.1 trillion crypto market cap up to as high as 25 trillion by sometime in 2013, and Bitcoin would comprise more than half of that total market cap. So the Bitcoin dominance would be around 50 as it is now. The veteran investor says the ARK's base case for Bitcoin is a price of roughly 650,000 in 2013, and a more bullish case of about double that. It is the first global private digital rules-based monetary system the world has ever known. That's a big idea. We think that the total crypto asset market in 2030 will be valued at roughly 25 trillion. Next is a Medium article that Fidelity predicts a 1 billion Bitcoin price. Fidelity predicts 1 billion Bitcoin. 1 billion, a lot of zeros. In 2021, $1 billion seems like a lot of money. Even in 2038, it will be a lot of money. Jerian Timmer, director of global macro at Fidelity Investment, believes that 1 Bitcoin could be worth 1 billion by the year 2038. So that's only 8 years from now, and would Timer also believes that the orange coin could hit a 1 million before this decade is over. That's only 8 years from now and would represent a 20x multiply of Bitcoin's current market price of around 28,000. When was this written? Oh, it was written not recently. Okay, so this is Plan B's Bitcoin supply demand model, and yes, so we are deviating from this sometimes. Cool. Next piece of news is that we have some FUD around Binance. SEC's secret Binance court filing has observers bracing for bad news. The Securities and Exchange Commission late Monday filed a sealed motion in its case against Binance that includes more than 35 exhibits. Okay, filing court documents under seal is a rare move. John Reed Stark, a former SEC official who now runs a consulting firm, posted on X, "After all, it's in the public interest to know and understand that SEC's use of US tax dollars and US SEC wants its messages heard loud and clear to deter future securities violation." Sealed motion for leave to file documents under seal. According to an SEC court filing late yesterday, filing a court document under seal allows more space. So guys, I think this is a part of making some FUD out there, but we'll see. US prosecutors worry Binance charges could cause run on exchanges. Also, that was before, because they are speculating that the DOJ is submitting something against Binance and CZ, and this is all this speculation, and this is how they can cause some FUD. So guys, let's go and check out my Twitter feed. Definitely follow me at MIKLOS on Twitter, so be sure that you are following me. Okay. So follow me at MIKLOS Dankler, and also be sure you're following Corion platform and laserpunk_gods. So we'll have red months in September for Bitcoin, followed by August. So August was in red 11%, and September used to be a red month. Just 2016 and 2015 is the exemption. So, but October is always a bullish month. Give a like and share. September will be huge for Vulcan Forge. Check this out, and I like this project really well. 7 spot Bitcoin ETF approvals are due by the SEC by Eric Balkunas. Okay, so they delayed all the decisions. Bloomberg upping their odds to 75% of spot Bitcoin ETF launching in this year. Swiss bank SEBA expands in Hong Kong, launching Bitcoin and crypto services. This is huge, and not just what's happening in the US, but what's happening in Asia. Losing 97% of its value in 100 years. Insane. So this is the US dollar, and our latest video. NFT Good did some really nice. Will X overcome PayPal before 2030? This is the question. Elon Musk is building a crypto payment and exchange for Twitter, aka X. 150 million users will be in Web3 ecosystem in 2 years. If Grayscale will turn into a Bitcoin spot ETF, it will have lower fees than the existing GBT Trust has, according to Michael Sonnenschein. And also, nearly 1 million American investors own GBTC today, says Grayscale CEO Michael Sonnenschein. So the Grayscale versus SEC ruling is significant. So Bitcoin price target if the BlackRock spot ETF gets approved from Tom Lee, 180,000. And this is a quite important educational chart. People tend to lose interest during big corrections and bear markets, and these are the periods with the market that offer the best financial opportunities and can be extremely educational. Try to act opposite what 90% is doing, because 90% is buying in the thrill and euphoria stage, and nobody is buying in despondency and depression phase after capitulation. And now we are here, maybe turning to hope. Catch the true bombs from Tucker Carlson, speaking about this perception in Hungary and the US. Bitcoin is an early stage ranging bull market, according to Red Capital. Just broke this bearish market structure recently. Bitcoin Grayscale news now. What recap at bottom? Major events influences the BTC price. So that was bottom, a double bottom at 15,500. Regional banking collapse, and then BlackRock filed for a spot Bitcoin ETF, and now Grayscale win lawsuit, but actually not sure that will happen. The future of payments is blockchain technology. Lightning Network is 1,000x cheaper than Visa and MasterCard. And I congratulated to Barry Silver, and this is how it is. So guys, that's it. Let's go to PancakeSwap, provide some liquidity in CorionX BNB pair, and lock up your LPs and earn a juicy APRs on our farm. So this is the best, because BUSD CorionX pair will be finished soon. So provide some liquidity in CorionX BNB pair. So let's check the chart. So actually Bitcoin went deeper than it was before this Grayscale pump. So I'm laddering in some long positions and also closing out shorts, and we'll see how far can we go here. But I expect sideways movement in this 25,000, 28,000, 29,000 region. So guys, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed, hope you learned something. See you in the next video. Bye bye.